So this video is the second video about trigonometry. It's going to look at only one of my rules. I've got my three rules here: sine, cosine and tangent. I'm actually only going to be using sine in this video, and I'll do some forward and some backwards and work out all as many different triangles I can with that as I can. But it's important that we talk about your calculator for a minute. Now I'm going to be using a graphics calculator, which is a little bit more flash, but you've got to understand that your calculator can measure angles in different measures. Exact same as we have centimeters and we have inches and we have kilometers and we have miles and we have grams and tons and pounds and all sorts of different measures. We've only ever used degrees when we've measured angles, but you're getting to an age where we're going to start using other measures, and at level 2 we start using a measure called radians. So I need to be able to go in to my setup of my calculator. So I've just pressed shift and I'm going to go to setup, and I'm going to scroll down until I get to the word angle. Now my graphics calculator automatically defaults to being in radians, RAD, but I can get to it by pressing degrees and then exit. And now that will work and it will give me the right answers. Now the problem you have is that we reset your graphics calculator at the start of every exam. So you're going to have to know to go into your calculator and reset the angle mode. And it's exactly the same if you've got a less flash calculator. Yours will have little letters going across the top, and you must be able to go through and change the mode so it's in the right unit of measure. So you need a little D showing on your screen to stand for degrees. Okay, so that's enough about the calculator for now. Here's my right angle triangle. I'm going to draw in an angle. I'm going to have that angle as 15 degrees, and I'm going to say that this side is 12 centimeters, and I want to know the length of that side. Now if I look at that triangle, if I label the bits I've got, this is my longest side, so that's my hypotenuse. This is opposite the angle, so that's my O. And there's my angle, so the rule I'm going to use is sine, because it's got the opposite, which is what I want to find. It's got the hypotenuse, which is what I've got, and it's got the angle. So I'm going to write down sine 15 equals, now opposite, that's the bit I want to find, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 12. Now I always make sure I write it out like that, because then I can't make mistakes later on. I've got a formula and I want to find out what x is, but I've got this divide by 12 here, so I'm going to move that over the equals, and that becomes a 12 times sine 15. So same algebra rules apply. At this point I need my graphics calculator, so I'm going to type 12 times sine 15 equals, it's exactly as it's written on the screen, and that equals 3.11 to 2 decimal places. So x equals 3.11 to 2 dp. Now I can't stress how important it is that you write down what you've rounded to. That is a basic working forwards trigonometry problem. Okay, now I don't really have the time in this video to do the next one, so that's going to go into the next video. So that's a finding an opposite side or finding a value that's on the top, because it doesn't matter whether I'm using sine, cosine or tangent. If I'm finding the bit that's on the top, this method will work, assuming you identify which is the right ratio to use. Okay, until next time.